So silly. Is this nigga Sterling? I was like, you know what? I was like, this guy is so suspiciously gay. Like, he's so fucking gay. I was like, because why the fuck is Mike Majlak mentioning his name on Twitter unless he's gay? I'm just fucking saying, because Mike doesn't really talk to men that aren't fucking gay or at least straight acting fucking gay. You know? Hold on. This boy right there, hold on. That is a stupid ass fucking dog. I hate dogs. I hate dogs because they're so illegal, really, at the end of the day. Why the fuck do you have a nasty ass, shitty ass fucking creature in your fucking house? That, like, people want to say, no, I don't, I'm not even going to talk about dogs. Either way, Sterling, what do you call it? Mike Majlak mentioned his fucking name, and I was like, girl, number one, like, this is the thing. Let me tell you something about this. Like, it's just so crazy, dude. Like, I swear to God, like, it's so insane because I just know this from life experience. Like, LGBT people do and say things in a sense that's very in protest. Do you understand what I'm talking about? As opposed to straight people. That's a piece of shit right there. That's a piece of shit. Those are people, you know, sometimes you need what do you call it? Hydrofluoric acid, guns, other forms of weaponry, because in this day and age, like, you should just be able to track down anyone who fucking makes noises like that, because that's a fucking crazy ass bullshit noise pollution. But anyway, straight people do things not in protest but in oppression. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And really, at the end of the day, I would say that gay people are way more classier than fucking straight people. I'm just fucking saying, because the stuff that straight people do, just gross as hell. I'm talking about gross as fucking hell. Gross as hell. But anyway, I just wanted to say that Sterling is the number one bedroom coach. He is the world's number one. I just need to tell y'all that because nobody in this entire fucking planet knows better than he does. He's the world's number one. I'm being fucking serious. He's just the world's number one bedroom coach. The world's number one bedroom coach. The second ones are there. Then there are the third ones. It's already been assessed by the people. Everyone's come to a conclusion. Unfortunately, he only caters to straight men, right? Right? Exactly. He's the world's number one bedroom coach, but not for bisexual, pansexual men, transgender men, or gay men, or yeah. So he's God. It's so sad for him because I would just make a title that fits who I am. You know what I'm talking about? Like I wouldn't call myself, for example, like me. I wouldn't call myself straight because I'm gay. You know what I'm talking about? So I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't call myself the you know how Logan Paul calls himself the world's biggest champion, and then they gave him that belt just for the trolling or whatever, because it's just like he really isn't the world's number one boxing champion. You need at least like 400 fights underneath your belt. Like you need to be like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who fought practically every fucking day. That's what you need to be like. So anyway, I would call myself the world's I wouldn't call myself the world's number one, because there would have to be a competition. You know what I'm talking about? There'd have to be like awards, like bedroom coach awards, and it would be a fucking big ass fucking thing, and women would actually be involved, and it would have to go through all sexualities. It would have to encompass all sexualities, all of them. Unfortunately, based on my own personal experience in this life, like I do realize that like women tend to be different people. Not all women, number one, a lot of women, a very large amount of women have like this extreme sense of self-worth, to the point that they would never get with a man that loves generalizing women, because A man is a man. A man is an adult. So a woman's gonna sit there and be like, why is he generalizing women? Is he gay? Is he gay? Why is he claiming that we all want the same thing? Because last time I checked, I hate when a man treats me like that. I'm just saying, I don't know if y'all have ever hung out with women, but a whole bunch of women don't like being treated like that. Like, they like being treated like equals. They don't like being treated like, oh, I'm just a little girl to be carried around. Girl, number one, a lot of women don't want to be the little girl. They want to be the big spoon. You know what I'm talking about? They like short guys. they'd rather pick up their guy. Oh my god. Sterling Cooper, the world's number. I'm like, number one, you're just fucking gay. I'm just gonna fucking keep it right there. You're fucking gay. And in a sense, you're making heterosexuals look bad. Like, the good side of the heterosexual. I really hate, like, that's the thing, because I support heterosexuals when they're not fucking evil and disrespectful. But that's the thing, like, these gay guys that act straight fucking make heterosexual, like, in a way that I'm just like, I would never do some shit like that. Never. I would not, because there's no point in that. Because like, making straight people look like they are just fucking, like, beyond. I'm talking about, like, they're doing stuff that's just not respectful at all. I've met a lot of respectful heterosexuals, but I'm starting to think that these people that do this shit are, like, fucking either replicants or what do you call it? Replicants, or who are those people? No, not people. Replicants, criminals, or well, obviously a criminal is a replicant. Like, there's no way in hell that you're a human being and a fucking criminal. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Anyway, he was posting some shit. I was like, girl, you really thought you were threatening me? Goodbye. You in Australia. Girl, I already got half of Australia on my fucking side. Don't nobody, girl, buy the fuck. He really thought that. He really fucking thought that. The fuck. Like, niggas really think, oh, I'm from Australia, so they're gonna side by me. It's like, nah, girl, I've already had one too many conversations with Australians to know that they would rather be on my side than the world's #1 bedroom coach. While you're over there, you know what I'm talking about, acting like, that's very heteronormative. When you're calling yourself that's very disrespectful. And I tend to notice that Australians in general aren't very disrespectful. Only that little niche group of the stupid far right of dumbass fucking people that really, at the end of the day, have no traction when it comes to things. Like, really, like, you don't have traction because most of what you do is against the constitutions, against human rights. So I'm just saying, so you don't really have traction. Like, you think you have the right to violate 24/7 and torture 24/7, and that's just the way to go. Life is just the way. That's just the way life is meant to be. Type shit. Hold on. Girl, but anyway, oh shit, I'm wrong. I'm over here thinking that this place is closed, but I'm not. Oh no, they're fucking closed. So disrespectful. They're supposed to fucking close that place down. No. See. One second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. assess things by how weird they are. Don't just say like by how like weird they are. You know what I'm talking about? Because like literally like let me tell you this, like I've never heard of certain people before. My dad like mentioned him. Never heard of him ever in my entire life. Ever. And literally like the same weekend that I'd ever heard of certain people, I met these guys and I was like, these guys are gay. I remember when I was like, why are you this old and with me? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm just saying, like, y'all grown as hell, fucking mingling with poly-ass or gay guys. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, girl, go home. Like, you're hanging out with all these men talking about how you eating pussy, but you actually ain't eating pussy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, time is time. You know what I'm talking about? You're spending your time with the guys talking about. Oh my god. That just doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me how like you're supposed to be so straight. And then for some strange reason you're like rubbing your cock in front of other guys. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's just kind of like gay. I don't know how to describe it. Like you spent the entire night of a weekend. Since you're supposed to be such a piece of pussy eater, you're obsessed with pussy, but you spent this entire night of this weekend over here fucking snorting cocaine with some fucking gay guys. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't get it. I don't understand that. Like, I don't get it. Please help me understand how that's like, that makes sense. Help me understand how that makes sense. Help me understand how that makes sense. Like, if you're straight and you love pussy, but your idea of loving pussy is even more. I'm at Burger King right now. About to get some food so I can walk back and eat. Because someone was supposed to be with me today, but this nigga fucking just blasted out of nowhere. I don't even know where he's at. He left all his lights on and just escaped. And he left his dog, so I know he's coming back. So anyway, yeah, I'm over here trying to make sense out of that. Like, if you like pussy so much, yes, it's 11:36. Actually, this place is open 24 hours. It's Burger King. It's just the inside. The inside isn't open that long. But I actually like it. Yeah, it's 11:37 here. But what time zone are you in? I'm in freaking Atlantic Standard Time, AST. But anyway, what do you call it? So Stirling. No, sorry. I was just mentioning about that night, about these guys that I was mingling with. We were all putting doing coke and shit, and just like fucking talking for hours and hours and hours and hours. Oh, you're in Virginia. That's nice. Virginia's a nice place. It's right. It's like really close to everything. Close to. You can be in New York in like what, 5 hours or something. Not that far. Or 6 hours. I don't know, depending. But I don't know. If I were in Virginia, I'd be going, oh, you live in Virginia Beach. That's nice. I knew someone who lived there, which was my old aunt, who was really nice. She was really nice, my old aunt. But anyway, so yeah, who was that? Yeah, these guys that I was with, like literally, it was like 2 weekends ago, maybe 3 weekends ago, that I met them enough that like I know them, so I'm gonna see them again, because they're like friends with my friends type shit. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Who are obviously like some fucking gays. I'm just like, I don't understand their logic. Like there's so much time you can spend on women, and these are the types of men who think that shit like all the women won't like me, but it's just like, but the men like you? You know what I'm talking about? Like what kind of logic is that? Oh my god, it's the logic. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you're a grown man. Hold on. Gracias.
Alright, ciao.
Oh, girl. But anyway, like, you're a grown fucking man. And, buenas noches. Gracias. So you're a grown ass fucking man. And why are you doing, okay, this is the thing. Number one, what straight man pulls out coke and gives it, like, just does it all night for, like, he's just handing me coke, like, he's sharing it with me off the fucking ass, and I'm just like, okay. Like, you know, that's what you do with a whole bitch. You know what I'm talking about? You want to go on a marathon with this pussy all fucking night type shit? That's what you do with a whole bitch. Nah, this nigga doing it with a whole ass gay ass fucking nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I already disclosed to him that I'm gay whenever I first met his ass. And then his friend comes over. I think his name was, I'm just gonna call him G. It was like Gerardo or some shit. And he comes over, literally, like, it's like these niggas know who I am. Like, they're obviously looking me up on Twitter and shit. I'm just saying, showing up, playing dumb. You know what I'm talking about? Acting like they have no idea who I fucking am. This is the reason why I was mentioning them, because out of fucking nowhere, these guys start talking, and of course the subject of sex gets brought up. Like, they start talking about sex and shit. And you know, they start going off about how much pussy they're having 24/7, and pussy and pussy and pussy and pussy and pussy, and all the pussy is coming to them, and they can't get enough pussy and pussy and pussy and pussy. And one of the guys was like, oh yeah, my wife this, my wife that, my wife this. And then I was like, oh, so he's a married man. And at first I believed him. I was like convinced that he was married, and I was like, you know, like, I was really thinking like, nah, this one's a real one. You know, he's not straight at, like, I really thought that for a second. I was like, this one's a real one. He's not straight acting, like, he's actually a straight guy. Like, he's not there just acting, you know, straight acting, but he's actually gay. No. Okay, so guess how I figured out this nigga's fucking gay? Because further on, like, he's talking about how all he does is slam his, because I was just thinking, and as time progressed, I was like, why are you not slamming your wife right now? You know what I'm talking about? Because he started going off, you know, when they started talking about sex, he was like, oh yeah, I love sex, blah, 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 blah. I can't stop slamming my wife and slamming her and slamming her and slamming her. And I'm just like, okay, but if you love that, then why the fuck are you here spending hours? I'm talking about hours and hours and hours on a fucking weekend. Hours, because this shit didn't stand. We were there for like 5-6 fucking hours together, probably more. Hold on, probably like 7 hours, literally like 7 hours together. I'm like, why the fuck are you over here spending time, all this fucking time with all these fucking guys? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Because if I were a straight man and I had a whole fucking wife, I'd have no friends. Like, she'd be my only fucking, if I was a monogamous man, straight man, like, she would be like my only fucking friend, and she wouldn't even have any friends really either, because we'd just be fucking all the damn fucking time. So I'm just fucking saying, so, because for people talking about how much they love sex, it's just like, that's so strange how you love, that's your biggest fucking hobby and passion, but God damn it, I'm starting to think your biggest hobby and passion might be just simply talking about it with your bros that are doing cocaine, and y'all all taking drinks, doing coke, getting high, blah, 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 blah. And just for some street, I don't know why, but as I've progressed in my life and gotten older, like, I realized that it's best to get high with your lovers, not your friends, because that shit starts to get old. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's very teenager-like. You know what I'm talking about? So, so I'm just saying, and people want to say, oh no, you need to take a break from your wife or your, oh my god, dude, there's literally like a hazard here in the middle of the fucking street, like a literal fucking hazard where you can step on and hurt because I'm just saying, Puerto Rico is like that. There are hazards all over the place, so that of course you can harm yourself. Puerto Rico is filled with hazards. You have to look down where you're walking 24/7, because Puerto Rico is a hazardous fucking place. Like, people here do not care in the slightest about other people's well-being. I'm being so fucking serious. It's very, very minimal. It's very minimal. Most people don't care about the needs of other people here in Puerto Rico. They don't care at all. But anyway, so I'm just saying about Stirling. Hold on. 1 second. Yes, yes. I'm talking about men that sit there. Hold on. This shit is acting a whole fool. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Says teach the straight. Yeah, I don't know why, but that was flagged or some shit. It said teach the straight man. I don't understand. Like, I'm not even really. At the end of the day, they need to be taught to not. Don't. They should be taught to read vibes, pay attention to their community, which I guess is the gay community at this fucking point. Because why the fuck are you coming up to me? Number one, that guy's friend showed up. Anyway, the reason why I realized this man isn't actually married is because I took a very good look at his ring as time was progressing. I took a very good look at his ring, and I was like, why would, okay, number one, why would you, if you got yourself that ring, why would you get your ring a size bigger than your fucking hands? I did some investigating. I looked him up on Facebook and shit, and I was like, this fucking nigga has been skinny. You know what I'm talking about? He never gained fat, so why the fuck is your ring too big for your fucking ring finger? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it was like a little millimeter bigger. You know what I'm talking about? It didn't fit perfectly. You know what I'm talking about? So I was like, if you got that or your wife got that, like, that's so undignified. Like, it's not even silly. You know what I'm talking about? Because when you're married, there's no silliness to it. You know what I'm talking about? There's no silliness or things that could even fucking raise scrutiny up about it. Because marriage is a serious thing. It's not a joke. You know what I'm talking about? It's not a fucking joke. But anyway, so this man, as time progresses, he starts speaking about how he's having sex with other women. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so you're gay because the things aren't adding up here because these are supposedly your friends. Thank you. I love how you state that. Even my retarded ex-boyfriend got me the right ring size. That's the thing. Why is your ring, or you know what? Like, if the ring is crazy flamboyant, where it's just like, what even is that? You know what I'm talking about? Like, why do you have a ring? Or they put two rings on two fingers and they have all these fucking rings. You know what I'm talking about? That I'm just like, girl, don't even play that shit. You're fucking gay. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, this guy starts going off about how he's just having sex with all these women on the side. I'm like, you're not married and you're not straight because the friends that you, because all these guys been knowing each other for years. And I'm over here, I'm over here like one of the guy, like the guy that showed up that I told you was the other guy, the guy who was sharing all his cocaine with me. I was like, girl, why are you, I was really trying to understand, why are you sharing all of your fucking cocaine? Like, all of it. I'm being serious, all of it. Like, I had to tell him, like, and I told him, like, dude, I'm a bit concerned because I'm kind of scared that something, like I could get a fucking overdose. I don't even know. I've never even heard of anyone overdosing on coke. But, I was like kind of scared. I was like, I want to take it easy. And this nigga like, no, have as much as you want. And I'm just like, wait, like, like take it easy on the generosity. You know what I'm talking about? But I had a good night. I had a good fucking night. It wasn't bad feeling like I hate when people fucking talk so badly about drugs because I didn't have a in quotes come down. I don't understand what these people are talking about. Like, I wake up the next day and I'm totally fine. I don't feel withdrawal symptoms. I don't feel, like, I enjoyed the feeling. I was like, I'd like to do it again, but I haven't done it in like 3 weeks. Like, it wasn't a fucking thing. I was just like, I like the feeling. I would like to do it again because of the guys that were there. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't want to do it by myself. But but anyway, his friend, the guy with the coke, his friend showed up, and like I said, his name's like Gerardo. Literally like 2 fucking minutes into the situation, like I'm telling you, we're like in a corner somewhere. Like, nobody, unless you're walking up to us, like nobody can really tell what the fuck is going on. Like, you would have to hardcore really go out of your way to go walk back there. And you know what I'm talking about? Like, it was like a very like private corner type shit. And kind of private. It was like, I don't want to call it public. One could claim it's in a public space because it was a parking lot, but we were so out of the way. You know what I'm talking about? That you would have to actually like hardcore go towards us to figure out what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, so this man starts fucking rubbing his cock, literally, like, right. And I'm talking about rubbing, not scratching or adjusting. I'm talking about rubbing his cock right in front of me. And I was like, okay, you're gay. Because I'm like, why would you do that in front of a group of men? You know what I'm talking about? And all of the men here aren't asking questions. Because if I were straight, I'd be like, man, yo, what's up? You got a problem? You know what I'm talking about? Like, be like, nigga, I'm seeing you rub your cock there. Like, is there a problem here? Like, why are you rubbing your cock around me? But anyway, oh girl, I'm so ready. Oh girl, I'm so mad at this nigga. Hold on. So anyway, this man sits there, rubbing his cock and blah blah blah. And I'm like turned on. I'm like, this guy's hot as fuck. But anyway, so well, I'm not turned on in the sense of like I'm literally sitting there like fucking just horny as hell. Like, you know, I'm gonna take my clothes off. No, nothing like that. But he was turning me on. You know, I could feel the sense of being aroused. But but anyway, so this man sits there, Gerardo sits there, and it's like a few. They start, you know, they're talking about sex and sex and sex and sex and sex. Few hours go by, like 2 hours, and then they're still talking about sex. I'm just like, that's. I'm trying to piece the puzzle pieces together because it's just like it reminds me of the same time I got together with this guy named literally I just call him Brucey. I'll call him Brucey. Um, that I got with, and like literally for the longest time I thought he was straight. But I was like, why are you hitting on me though? You know what I'm talking about? Why are you doing things kind of like how that guy in front of me was rubbing his fucking cock type shit? And I was like, why are you if you're straight, why are you doing that? And anyway, so Gerardo starts talking while they're all talking about sex, and one of them goes, I was like, that is so like, it feels so like scripted or some shit. Feels like it was scripted. Like one of them goes, oh yeah, so who are your favorite porn stars? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, why is that? I was trying to understand why is that being brought up. He starts going. I was like, this is how I know you're not straight because you're mentioning things that are like crazy in pop culture. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what that's how I know you're not fucking straight. And another thing, hold on, give me 1 second. Because a straight man would probably be naming like you know they probably number one they wouldn't even be talking about this to other. You know what I'm talking about? Like why are you spending if you're a fucking that's the thing when you are a grown man. Girl, I guess I could say I have a porn addiction, but not in the sense of I like sex. You know what I'm talking about? Like I love gay sex. Hold on. Oh hell no! Hold on. I love gay sex in the sense that hold on. Like I love porn, but I wouldn't necessarily say I have an addiction. Like I can go without watching it, but I'll be pissed off if I can't have sex. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't call it an addiction. I call it a passion. So much more fun than a lot of other things. Um, People be doing some boring ass fucking shit. As much as people like, we don't really live in a sex positive society. I will say that. I have to go and get cigarettes. Well, 2 cigarettes. I'm not gonna get a whole fucking pack. But anyway, so 1 second. Ooh, girl. My lesbian neighbor. She brought her little girlfriend tonight. Ooh. Anyway, so so